Hello mga kasubs and welcome to the Sarsicles TV. You have me, Mark, and today is the 24th of November and I am here at the SMX Convention Center in Pasay. So it's near or next to, or I think it's part of the Mall of Asia. There's this cool gun event here, or not necessarily just gun, but it's called the Tactical Survival and Arms Expo. So this show is hosted by Armscor or Rock Island Armory, and this runs from starting today, the 24th, up until the 27th of November. So as we enter the booth, the first thing we see is the Armscor Shooting Center booth. By the way, entrance is free. All you have to do is just sign a short form and you get the ticket. Aside from firearms, as you can see, there are blades as well. Here, there's the Sai. I think this one reminds me of Donatello, Raphael of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and also Electra. The swords reminds me of Storm Shadow, especially those white swords, white katana. Is that called katana? I'm not sure about the difference. So the white ones, just like Storm Shadow uses. Maybe the black ones, some of them reminds me of Snake Eyes. Uh, so there you go, GEISHA'S blade. If you want to check them out, there's the website. There are some as well. So for those who prefer to display them, so you can also, I think, purchase a stand so that you can also display. There are also warnings here that the blades are sharp, so the customers are not encouraged or are asked not to touch it because when you open it and it suddenly slips out, the tendency is for you to grab and you might end up holding the blade. The blades, as you can see, have some intricacies, and the one at the bottom has a Japanese inscription. If you, for those who know Japanese and you are able to pause and read, let me know what it means. Altama is a footwear brand used by a lot of government agencies and uniform personnel. Here you would see the wet look, the black and the white shoes. The official patrol boot of the PNP is also made by Altama. For the Air Force, they also use the gray ones, and for the Army, I believe the green, OD green, and the black ones as well. So this one's cool because it also has the camo pattern as part of the design of the boots. And there you go. Those are the logos of the units that use Altama shoes. Yeah. So we go around the booths, and here we also see the booth of the Philippine Air Force. And this is the 505th Search and Rescue. They have a static display of the equipment that they use in their operations, like the flying suit, the helmet, the uh, other rescue stuff. Next one is the Anto, I think Anto Ballistics. Here you will see one of their plates that was shot with a 7.62 by, I don't know, by it doesn't say. And then this is SS109. I'm not sure what that means. SS109. Any one of of you know, let me know. It is rated level 3 and there was no penetration for any of those shots that were placed. Here are more booths. So there's also a plant booth here, but since it's not just about firearms but also survival. In this particular booth, we will see different accessories and merchandise. Here you can see a rifle scope by Venom. For those items that do not have a price, you will just have to inquire from the store. And here are other equipment, helmets with camera mounts, gas masks, plates as well, war belts, mag carriers. What's that big pouch where you put used or spent magazines? There's also one there. Squire Sports have a very nice deal on their stuff. Again, you'll have to just visit. Here you can see crossbows on display, and those are bolts. Uh, Actually, the price is quite attractive. It ranges around 2,800 up to I think 5,000 or something. So there are three variants to choose from for those of you who want to go biblical, and um, if you find yourself bullets at the moment or ammunition at the moment are quite pricey, so you might opt to go for a crossbow. On the other side of the booth are several blades, and as you can see, they are at 20% off. So there's a tomahawk there and several switch activated blades. So depends on your preference and design. There's a lot to choose from. So this one I find informative and funny at the same time. Funny because the name Armscor is actually a wordplay from a leading newspaper here in the Philippines, Inquirer. And what's cool about this is the content. So here on this page, you can see new employees of Armscor, and here are some milestone achievement of the company, the direction that they are going, information or opinion from several personalities, and stuff like what's this tax incentive. Yeah. So it doesn't have a price. So and there's a lot stacked on the table. No one is there, and I believe it's for the public to know and be informed. That's why I took one. So I'm not sure if there's still some available on the next day. So if you want one, you got to go there early. This one is a nice display of technology. This is a robotic arm that moves a frame one piece at a time. It takes it from the rack and then it brings it to that platform on the far end of the table, and what looks like some sort of a drilling tool. So what's nice about this display is that it gives you like some sort of a level of a certain awareness on how our firearms are being, or how Armscor builds their firearm, and in that way, it kind of like takes away that mentality that it's not of good quality because it's Philippine made. It's actually, it gives you quite the opposite, that apart from the technology, that the Filipino ingenuity is there, the hard work that it's put, it gives you more confidence the next time you fire the weapon. This is a nice rifle, Ratak 22. If this is the first time you've seen this, I have another video having my initial review about the rifle and its features, so please check that out. It feeds on the same magazine as the 1022, and the rifle stock or the body is similar to that of the TCM, the TCM rifle tactical variant. Not this one. This one is the standard variant. It shares the same stock with that one. So this one's what I'm talking about. This one is the 22 TCMBA tactical. Is that, am I right with the model? Yep. So the stock that was used here and the stock that was used for the Ratak are the same. I think it's a, if I'm not mistaken, I think it's a Magpul. Very cool. It's bull barreled, so it adds that additional confidence when you're shooting. We then move to the mainstays, the regulars of the house. This is the GI series. So the GI series is the the traditional 1911. So it does not it has the all the necessities of a standard 1911. It comes with either a wood stock or a rubber wooden stock, no, a wooden grip or a rubber one. So it really depends on the feature. If you want to really go like old school 100% legit, then this is the unit to go for. But those of you can also go for the rubber grips are also available for the GI series. And now we move on to the Tac series. So the Tac series has additional or enhancements like an extended beaver tail. Some have also that Picatinny rail underneath and nice grips. I think this one is the G10 grips. The product also, or the this line also has this what's this other product line here, the tactical series. So the with the tactical series, it also, there are also these high cap variants, and there are also several chambers or several calibers available to your preference. So you may opt to have the a 45 caliber or maybe a 9 millimeter, or there's also this combo 9 millimeter slash 22 or the 40 Smith and Wesson. At this juncture, the program moved from the stage down to this booth where I'm doing the shoot, and so I have to move back a bit so that they can formally open the event. The uh, the the event opens or starts at 10 o'clock, and as you can see, the formal opening starts around 11. So as on the following days, you can go to the event as early as 10 o'clock to enjoy the show. So again, the admission is free. So if you are anywhere near the SMX convention, yeah, this is the place to be. So the VIPs are there for the photo ops. So we have someone from the PNP and also from the AFP, and then also from the Armscor leadership. So after the photo op, they are now going to cut the ribbon to mark the formally mark the opening of the event. After they have cut the ribbon, we will still come across them as they tour the venue. And me, I get to continue my reviews. So here are the color variants of the STK 100. The price, by the way, will only run for the duration of the program or the duration of the show, unless otherwise stated in their announcement. So please stay tuned. So this one has the red dot. Later on, I'll be holding it and for a closer look. In this show, the STK 100 is around, I think, 22,000, and the one with this red side is around 28. So that gives you like 6,000 additional for a red dot, which I think is a great deal because red dots are quite expensive if you purchase individually, and also it has to be installed by a professional. So you might add a couple more pesos just to have it installed. What I'm concerned about is the fact that when you put the red dot side, you have to take out the plate, and the rear side is on that plate as well. I also noticed, you may have noticed as well, if you go back, the front side was taken out. So I'm not sure if that's how you install the red dot side. Take out the front side because the rear side is already gone. But this rifle is the MTAC, if I read it correctly, and this is from Israel, if I am not mistaken. So there are two variants: the traditional one, which is the piston, which I will share after this, and this one, if I forgot the term, but this one uses a different mechanism. Externally, they might look the same, but it's the one that's running from the inside that makes it different. It is chambered in 5.56, and unfortunately this unit is only sold to law enforcement or uniformed personnel. It has the forward assist assembly, so very nice. So as you can see, the guests are still walking around touring the event. We move on to the medallion series. There's only one on display, and this is the I think a competition series, two-tone competition. I think that would be in 40 Smith and Wesson. This one is a pro series, has a longer barrel, I think 6 inches. And then we move on to the revolver series. So there is the nickel, and then there are the blued finish, and the one on the right has the spur, and then the other two doesn't have one. So this depends on your preference. So this one is better for, I think, the purpose of removing the spur is so that it doesn't get tangled or it doesn't get caught on your shirt, and it's more comfortable to carry. But with the one with the spur allows you to pull back the hammer so that the trigger pull will be lighter, and it's more on the single action the double action thing. Yeah, it allows double action. More pistols there. So there's the guy writing. I didn't get the chance to take a video of the unit. And then there's is the 22 MRF M1500. So it's a bolt action and it feeds on 22 Magnum. And then this one is a later model, MiG 22 standard, I think, and feeds on 22. I think it's also bull barreled, and it has a lot of room for, it will allow enhancements. This one is another bolt action rifle. I think this one is 22 LR. So it's more on the standard features, wooden stock. It has a provision for a rifle scope, and what's cool is the bull barrel. And then here are the other color variants of the STK 100. So this one is quite unique. What I like about Armscor, they do play with their stuff. They do mix a lot. And here they partnered two different colors, for one for the frame and then one for the slides. So you can see black and white, and then there's red and black, and then there's is this FDE and then Coyote Tan. Yeah, so they're mixing and matching colors. So this one is another demonstration of their technology. This is a polishing machine where there is a robotic arm, and then what it does is it picks up a frame and then it brings it to one of the sanding or polishing machines there. So there are four, and it has probably different grits to give the frame a nice smooth finish. I'm not sure if you noticed that when the arm picked up the frame, it kind of like waved to us, but before actually putting the frame against the polishing machine. So again, after seeing this, it makes me like feel proud about the Armscor products. As you can see, how much investment they put on technology to give us or to come up with a world-class product, with a world-class firearm. Now every time I shoot or I fire my pistol, it gives me that confidence, and it's Armscor made. So it's definitely high quality, something that we can be really proud of. As the arm presses the frame against the polishing machine, you would notice that there were also sparks flying. This one is by Octopus, or Black Octopus Gear. Yeah, there you go, Black Octopus Gear. And this is more on war belts, accessories and stuff. There are rescue helmets, different colors, different types of pouches depending on your needs, and also shirts. I think they also have footwear. So there are no prices, so if you are curious to know how much is that doggy in the window, check out their booth. Nice boxes. So it can be used for ammo containers or some clothing or medicine or what have not. So there's that gas container that is in the shape of a like some sort of spine. Maybe it's something that you can use as a portable spine board. The staff there that you see in the background, they are dressed to kill, wearing all the tactical clothing. Very friendly, accommodating. You can ask them about their products. Here are other uniforms and gear that to choose from depending on your needs. So there are also plate carriers, mag carriers, and what have not. We move on to the this part of the venue. This is where the lecture, seminars, and the opening ceremony was held. This one, the Ondoy boat, very cool. So it brings rescue to the whole new level. Rescue Instagram at an Instagram level. When you normally see this in Boracay. Those who went there, there's this Instagram shot. Now if you can own one, you can have your own crystal boat pictures from the comfort of your home. Here are other accessories, carriers for competition, for duty, for concealed carry, you name it. You just depends on what your preference is, and there's also a variety of models available, not just for 1911s and Glock. So it's best that you visit and then inquire if there is one that is for your pistol. Tactical pants are also available. This one I think are hammocks and bags, and some that you can use for. That one's cool. Something that you put on top for a if it's a sunny day, in preparation for summer. More bags, more gears, and this one is the Philippine Coast Guard booth, same as the Philippine Air Force booth. It is a static display. It shows the equipment that they use during operations. So that one was the wetsuit, and then some scuba gear, uh, and then they also show their the rifle that they use, and other communication equipment. We now move to Tactical Corner. Actually, this one is in another event, which is known as the DISAS, Defense Sporting. Sorry, I forgot the other. Yeah, but this is one is also happening on the 24th. It opened on the same day, and this was in Mega Mall, Building B. So this one is more on firearms and firearm accessories. So you may also check this as well, just like what I did. After going to MOA, I also checked out DSAS for some cool deals as well. Here at Tactical Corner, they are one of those booths that have a cool display because the rifles are lined up, and it is accessible for customers to hold and get a feel of. Aside from getting these nice information, so that customers can have a more educated decision on which firearm or rifle to purchase. You may also notice that it is wrapped tightly in cling wrap, and me, I would understand because it is it we are because customers are allowed to hold it, touch it. It cannot be avoided that sometimes these firearms may be unintentionally dropped, or may incur scratches if not handled. It gets mishandled, and for me, it's understandable why they had to wrap it. What's important is you get the feel, the weight. You get to see the information so that you can get a good choice. You can still have a look at the sights and see if the length of the rifle is just right for your size, if the stock is adjustable, and what have not. This one are shotgun section. So we have the Benelli, Mossberg, and yeah, the prices are usually listed on the tags, and you would see it for the duration of this video. You can just pause or rewind if it was too fast. For those rifles, firearms that do not have a price tag, it means that the customer has to ask the attendant, the staff, and I didn't do that anymore. So for those of you who saw a particular firearm or rifle that you are interested in but didn't have a price tag, then you'll just have to visit the event. On this section, you will see Wilson Combat carbines, and also SIG MPX, Scorpion Evos, and Wilson Combat AR styled PCs. So very nice staff. I get to chat with one of the staff there because he saw that I was wearing a Brandon Vera bad boy shirt. So we talk a bit of MMA. We were talking whether will Brandon fight again and stuff like that. Yeah. I would love to see him enter the squared circle again. I just hope it's sooner rather than later. Maybe it's just timing, all about the timing, the right opponent, and when he achieved the through training, when he achieved his best possible condition. So more cool rifles. This one is, I think, is the Ruger side. This is more on the 1022s and the precision standard rifles. So this first 1022 that I held comes with a rifle. So rifle. No, no, no. Sorry, with a scope. So it's I think it's the standard 22, 1022 plus rifle scope. There are several 1022s here. There are some with the bull barrel. There are ones with synthetic stock. There are ones with the wooden stock. There's a particular rifle here I like because the wood looks quite exotic because of the the grains. I just don't remember how much, but it's still within the price range of a 1022. What I didn't notice, by the way, is the takedown versions and also the takedown versions for both the 1022 and the Charger. Maybe it wasn't really there, or maybe because it is wrapped, it's already assembled, and I didn't notice that it was a takedown version. So here we continue with more 22 caliber rifles. So these ones are the Smith & Wesson M&P 15-22. So there's the one with the red dot, and then there's the one with the standard, the standard, or I think the version one, so to speak, with the flip up sights, and then there are more carbines or carbines. So we have mostly AR9 carbines, but there's also the Charger. I didn't get a video of because it's in another booth and there were a lot of people there. There's also the sub 2000, and then there's also the Kelt. What's the other one? I forgot the other one. But the other one is the sub 2000, and then I think it was a not a Celtic, but the other counterpart. The other direct competitor of Celtic with the carbine. Anyway, more shotguns from Mossberg, and then apart from these American companies, no, I'm not sure if they're American companies, but aside from these popular brands, there are also the um, Turkey-made shotguns, which are quite attractive and quite competitive. They're definitely gonna give these shotgun brands a run for their money. So these ones are pump action. There are also semi-automatic shotguns, semi-automatic and with the conventional look, the traditional look of a shotgun, and there are also AR style shotguns. So it really depends on what you will be using it for and what's your particular preference. So there you have it. This is the entirety of the video I was able to catch. I hope you like the video. Show some loving by clicking the like button, subscribing to our channel. Don't forget to tell your family and friends about us, and pay a visit on this show and let me know what you think. If you've been there, if you've seen me, put it in the comments. Sorry if I missed to say hi, and also shout out to everyone who were there who made this show possible. This is Armscor TV signing off.